Well, the time is almost here when Vladimir Putin, who is the president of Russia, is has landed in India. Yes, this entire meet has been in speculation. Vladimir Putin is in India after 2021. But what is so special about this meet? Why Vladimir Putin has chosen this time of the year? Why end of the year? And why the talks have been so long prolonged about that PM Modi and Vladimir Putin will sit together and have a discussion. Why is it happening right now? Have you ever thought about this? Why not before, when the SEO summit was happening? Did they not talk enough there? What is the special thing which Vladimir Putin wanted to ask and discuss PM Modi in India? Let's discuss it all today. Before that, hello everyone, this is Shivichitranshi and you are watching Global Shark right now. Well, we all know that Vladimir Putin is in India, and the biggest talk of the year is this. Well, Trump's has been gear up ki what is gonna happen. But I'll tell you some reasons why is it so important for India. Firstly, Putin is here in India just because they can talk about the oil reserves. As we all know, after the war between Russia and Ukraine escalated, before that, India's buying capacity of the oil from Russia was approximately 2.5%. But right now, if you see, it has increased to 35%. And because of that, Trump was furious enough and they have charged around 25% extra tariff on India. They have been pressurizing India for a long time. But Putin has been a long standing partner. They did not step back. Instead, they gave 30% more discount on the crude oil for India. As we all know that India is the third largest buyer of the crude, and in India they used to convert it into refined diesel and then sell it to European countries and all over the world. And with that, India's economy was boosted like anything. This whole process was going on even after US president was furious enough. India didn't stop, but over here they are going to make their oil reserves even more better. This time India and Russia are getting together to escalate their oil reserves and to make the oil future much more longer than it seems. Yes, be ready Indians, this is the whole time when your GDP is going to grow after this whole meeting. Second most important point, as we all know that Donald Trump has been crying a lot that they wanted Nobel Peace Award for ending up 8 wars in which none of the war actually ended. But in that queue, two queues were India Pakistan, the other was Russia and Ukraine. And Donald Trump is thinking the only way to get Nobel Peace this time is where they can end the war between Ukraine and Russia. You see why India is important in this whole game. Do you remember those times when Ukrainian President Vladimir Zelensky has put it up very clearly that only way we can end this war is with the help of PM Narendra Modi. And yes, this exact clue is out there kept here. PM Narendra Modi is that exact person who can come up with this negotiation, because PM Modi has the reliability and the future of Russia's crude oil. Right now, if you see Russia's economy, what do you think? It is working very decently? No, their oil reserves have been exhausted, their defense have been exhausted, their weapon has been destroyed, because European unions and US is not buying them because they are in alliance with Ukraine and they are supporting it. So rest, India is the long lasting partner of Russia. The second most important point why Vladimir Putin is in India right now is because they wanted to sell their state of art, which is the Russian fighter jets. Of course, you see, in the whole market of the weapon, US is one of the most and the biggest seller, but US sell it on a very decent, or should I say not decent, at a very expensive rate. But if you go with Russia, they're selling on much more cheaper with good quality. It's like a VMart thing and the Spencer thing. So even if you go and buy stuff from VMart, it will still work out for you. And with this fusion, India is also thinking of selling their lot of immunities to Russia and doing this trade in a World Trade Center way. As soon as they entered, again PM Modi did a chivalrous act. Remember in the SEO meeting when a Russian president came and took PM Narendra Modi for a drive this whole time. Even PM Narendra Modi did the same thing. We don't often see this whole vision where, both the president or the prime minister are sitting together and driving together. This whole meeting is very, very important for India right now, because as we know, China has already starting to, give some hints of betrayal, as they have claimed that Arunachal Pradesh is a Yangnam area of China. So because of that, there has been tension, border dispute right now with China. But India and Russia has been a very good friend. I mean, since the time of Soviet Union, India has been buying weapons. Now they have been buying the oil resources as well. And the most important thing, because of which these both countries have been benefited, is this time they're going to make sure that they do the whole trade in ruble, which is the currency of Russia, and not in dollar. Remember the whole time when BRICS had this whole thing in their mind that they won't go with dollar. They want to reduce the dependency of dollar within the Asian dominance. Yes, this time, if however Russia and India convince themselves and they do the trade in a ruble, it will be very, very, very benefited for India and Russia as well. But moreover, they're going to set the classic example that if you don't want to buy in dollars, you should not buy it. If it's getting expensive on you, just don't do it. And because of that, Trump is already stressed. What do you think? What is he doing in the White House? He's already stressed with Zelensky on the call. Maybe they will be talking together. What is going to happen? But this whole meeting has a lot of surprises and has a lot of hope for India right now. As a citizen, we would wish that our oil reserves get better, and basically India's whole pharmacy, food, and many more things, garments, and all those sectors can be shifted to Russia. Russia has a very bright future, and if Indians go there, they can also do some concession in the visas and everything. So if you see all of this in mind, this friendship and this fulfillment can work out. And if, however, PM Narendra Modi convinces Russian President Vladimir Putin to end this war on the negotiation, then it would be a blaster. The influence which Narendra Modi right now has can overpower Trump's whole era, because Trump has only ended up one war, which was between Israel and Gaza. Even after ending the war, there were still, places which were being bombarded by Israel in Gaza. So the war technically did not end well. But if this war comes to end with a complete shutdown, it will be the dominance and the era of PM Narendra Modi coming right there, and the dominance of India as the biggest mediator and the negotiator of all time. So this is very important. Now you must be thinking, what is the actual problem between Russia and Ukraine war? So I'll tell you what. Russia has taken all the eastern part of the Ukraine, because that is the bordering area between Ukraine and Russia. That area includes Luhansk, Donbass. They are big regions, and Russia wants to say that if we have invaded the place, we won't give it up. Whereas Ukraine is like, we will fight till the end of our last breath, but we are not going to let you take our land. That Russia has taken Ukraine's eastern side, where comes Donbass and Luhansk. But Russia is saying that we will take the whole place because we have invaded it. We have given our time. We have used our military. Our people have died in the war and everything. But Ukraine is like, we're not even going to give you one single piece of Ukraine's land. We are going to fight till end. The war has been escalated more than for 3 years now. Now, what is happening? NATO's whole resources are being dredged up, or should I say, are being drained like anything. So they don't have that much of asset to provide it to Ukraine. So they just want to end this war as soon as possible. But Russia has come up with this whole negotiation that. See, I can give you all the rest and smaller regions, but I will take the biggest eastern part, which is neighboring to Russia, and they also have people who has the same ethnicity as Russians, but it wouldn't be a great deal for Russia, Ukraine as well. So we would see that if Ukraine is ready to give up those eastern part, then only the war will come to an end. But what if PM Narendra Modi comes with a negotiation plan, and what if this time the war can end? Let's just hope what happens in the meeting stays very fruitful for India right now. That's all for today. Thank you for watching our video, and if you like our video, please like, share, subscribe and comment, and also hit the bell icon before going.